You ever think about how much money is in a cult?
Oh yeah.
Like starting a cult?
Yeah.
Because I watched the one on HBO.
You think about it a lot?
No, they're they're buying in.
Oh, sorry.
They seem interested. Let me finish. No, on HBO, the one about Heaven's
Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Yeah, I watched there was like a 4-part series. That shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because they got people from like every corner of the country to just like roam around. Because the main group was like traveling, so they had people just like following them, but like not knowing where the actual dude was, like the leader, and like yeah, and they had like all these fucking people. It was nuts. But I don't know how much money they made.
I mean, it's all like tax free because it's technically
A
like a
religion.
religion.
Oh,
yeah, it's like a
Jesus.
religious thing. So
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, man, it's scary, like how easy it seems for some people that I guess are just like a little bit charismatic to get these folks to take advantage of them and get them to do
basically.
whatever they want. Like, I mean, to get people that will literally die, like defending them.
That's fucking terrifying.
It really is.
I don't.
No, it was eerie to watch. Like in the beginning, you're like, wow, like how do these? But yeah, like you said, and especially back then, there was no internet, so like, I don't know,
no
people who kind
fact-checking.
of feel like removed from society or kind of
Right.
don't fit in, they're like, oh well, this thing I can just join and be like a part of something. And that seemed like you said, they kind of like coerce people or like convince them.
Yeah.
And yeah, because all they did was go and speak in like random towns, and people would like get up and yell at them and get up and leave. And then there'd be like 3 people that are like, so like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? And they're like, oh, okay. And then yeah, by the end it was like 40 people or so. No, like 20 people left. But at one point there was like hundreds of these like people just roaming the country trying to find the core group, because they're like, we'll be in this state park like camping out, like if you can make it or whatever. And then there's people just sleeping outside, like waiting for aliens to come and shit. Like in the other side of the country, like we'll find them. I don't know. It's just fucking nuts. But
Did they say how anybody like got out of the cult? Like, did it just fall off, or did people? What? Did they say anything about that?
Yeah, they had people on the documentary that like left the cult, so they were like the ones speaking on it. And the one dude got like right up till the end, where they were like, the main guy, his wife died, or not his wife, but it was like everyone
Life
thought they were a
partner.
couple, but they were more just like friends. But she died, so he kind of started getting like really hyper controlling of the group, like I think because he was so like distraught. And the one guy who was speaking in the documentary was like, yeah, he wanted us to like castrate ourselves,
Jesus.
or for some reason I forgot the reason. And he was like, because he said like you'll prove yourself to me like if you do this, like giving them these kind of like ultimatums. So the one guy they kept referencing, creepy looking fucking guy, like big Coke bottle glasses, like always like he did it. Like he would do anything the leader wanted him to do. So like they were doing it in this house they bought. They bought a house in the suburbs to like blend in. So they were having like this doctor come to their house to do it in like a room in their house. The one guy did it. It wasn't even the leader. It was like the little teacher's pet kind of dude. He did it, and the leader saw it, and the guy was like bleeding out. Like they did it incorrectly, and this guy was like losing blood, like gonna die, and they were like, we can't take him to the hospital because they'll ask what happened. So I think finally they did, but the leader was like, okay, no one else do it. So the one guy did it, and no one else did it because the leader was like, oh shit, like he's bleeding, like we can't do this. So the other guy was like, yeah, I thought about doing it, and like they like drew names out of a hat or something to see who'd go first. And the guy was like, yeah, after like that went wrong, he's like, I knew I had to leave. Like it was just getting to be too much. But that same dude, the one who was like talking the documentary, he was like defending shit that they were doing. Like the whole documentary, he'd be like, yeah, but like I wanted to do this, and like, so there were some people who spoke who were like, fuck this cult. It was terrible. I'm glad I left. And there was like the one guy was like, I left, but like I still support them, because when they all killed themselves, they're like, would you have done it? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and then he's like, I feel bad that I didn't. I feel bad that I'm here and they're all dead.
Jesus
They were like,
Christ.
I was like, okay, man.
That's insane.
So you're thinking
Yeah.
about starting a cult?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't there another cult where it was like the dude, yeah, like everyone was like taking like acid and shit, and he's like, I'm Jesus. And they're like, what?
That's like a Manson deal.
Yeah, probably that. That's all it takes, though. You give
That's all
people,
it takes.
like, you find a bunch of vulnerable people, you give them drugs
Yeah.
or money or something,
Right.
and then they're like, yeah, this guy's great. But Scientology
He gives
just
us
seems
drugs.
he gives me drugs.
like,
He's
he gives me
fucking
cool
sick.
drugs. It makes me feel good.
If he's Jesus, he's Jesus. I'm tripping.
If he's Jesus,
If he's Jesus, I'm fucking Moses. I don't know. But,
Where's the Red Sea?
Yeah,
at?
part that shit, boy.
I'm about to part this shit.
That'd be the hardest line to go before, like, or like you start rapping, like, I'm about to part the sea.
I'm about to part the sea and see what's good. You know what I mean?